All right, take three for me. So this is a Mac Classic 2, actually Mac Classic 1 with a Rev 2 analog board, I should say. This came in blowing fuses, so we got a new fuse in there. Came in blowing fuses, came in and just totally basically dead. We found that the primary mode choke, which lives in that spot that's empty, we just bypassed it. It's not really required. So what did we find and where are we? All right, so this is our final video. Not that there were any others before, but so what did we find? So we found that this transistor was shorted. Where am I? There we go. That guy right there. That was shorted. This diode right here, that was shorted. That got us low voltage, so we were getting the logic board chiming, all that good stuff. But we had no high voltage at all, like zero high voltage. So busted out the probe. Yep, zero high voltage. So we started probing around. Found out that there was a short on QL2 to ground, but it was about 15 ohms. So it wasn't a dead short, but it was a short. What did we find there? Well, probed all around the top of the board here. So all this section, high voltage section, or technically what would be called the deflection. Couldn't find any shorted components there, but we did have a short here on this cap, which is part of the high voltage. This is a 50 volt cap, but that was not the issue itself. So eventually we found that the short was here, which brought us to the neck board. Probing around, we found these two bad boys. Let me get you in here. So there's two diodes right there. You can't see them. They're 4150s, which are basically 400 millivolt diodes. They were not dead shorted. Well, one was 2 ohms and one was 12, which gave us our 15 ohm short, good old series. So we swapped those out, and now we're going to go ahead and do a power on test. Spoiler, I already know what the result is, but you don't. So let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, we got, what do we got there? We got roughly 13,000 kilovolts. Do not touch that. We have let me take out the probe. It'll stable. There we go. The inductance of the probe. But we have a perfectly stable image, and I couldn't be happier. This guy sent this over as a last ditch. It was completely dead. Well, thanks for your business. Thank you for your faith. This was probably one of my more involved repairs for an analog board. I'm not going to lie. But we did it. And, hope you guys learned something. Got to check. Honestly, I made a few mistakes doing this. I should have checked more things first. Anytime you're blowing fuses, you got to check everything. Like you got to check diodes, transistors, and you can check resistors. You should, but that one's a little bit trickier. But definitely check your transistors and diodes. I wish I had checked more of those first, and I would have probably saved myself a little bit of time. But hey, couldn't ask for a better result.